Gratitude is green. In March it was green and yellow as daffodils scooped me up, determined to be cheerful. In harmony with wild when nature paraded itself as if nothing had changed. I wanted to turn the world upside down and go into hibernation. Disintegrating, I went to the woods. In April it was blue and green. Bluebells in ancient Balmerino, waves of gentle calm, pools of shadow and light. Hushed, I tiptoed through time and remembered this constant lap of blue-green will be here next year too. A devouring lull, each bluebell a small consolation. In May, gratitude was green and white. Hawthorn blossom dripping sweetly from trees around the golf course. The new-found lockdown walk where no clubs swung, but a tide of May blossom swept on regardless. Lime green beech leaves made bountiful offerings in the face of senseless sorrow. Crimson and green in June. Roses and intoxicating abundance. I gave thanks and tried to keep my arms wide open. The roses had no such problem with their heroic lushness. Petals dropped and more grew despite the bad news. Their perfume floated like smoke, making my eyes nip and catching the sobs in my throat. So many daisies on the lawn this year. In July, I waited to see what would happen. Green and a multitude of colours as the sweet peas climbed higher, helping each other, connecting, collaborating in a rush of grace. My vases filled, and for a while the present slipped sideways, and I saw summer in all its hellish beauty. August was lavender and green. As one tumultuous month piled on top of the other, I forced myself out each morning to dip my hands in lavender with the hope of carrying its scent with me throughout the day. A tailwind whispered, and I flew a kite. September was green and green. I had held my breath for so long now. Some kind of wildness was out there, but I didn't know where to find it. I smiled, nevertheless, at hydrangea, fuchsia, nasturtium, stock, crocosmia. I felt less deserted. Green and gold in October, naked treasures as leaves fell, and a rough patch of mourning for empty spaces at the table. The trees wear no masks. Daydreaming through the hours, realizing there is no such thing as coincidence, I am witness to a continuation of growing. November was green and orange, crunching through Tentsmuir Forest, eyes wide for wildlife that was there nevertheless. The full moons came and went. I made a list of all the celebrations missed. Gratitude is green and red and silver in December, and I am caged in splinters of holly. But look, yellow again as the winter jasmine shyly makes itself known in the midst of Christmas lights. Inside, candles burn down the minutes. For me, gratitude is a gardener, gentle, tending, and as I walk through the different rooms of this year, I am wholeheartedly surprised by the calm that manages to creep in unnoticed. The long convalescence from hopelessness begins and ends, for me, for us, in green.